This is Carol Bloxham with the Great Plains Fire Science Exchange, and I welcome you today to our webinar on virtual tours. Our presenter today is Dr. Cynthia Annett. She is a Google Earth outreach trainer and has been for the last 4 years in the network, but she's had 10 years of experience in training. She's a research assistant professor at Kansas State University and at the University of Alaska in Anchorage. She works mostly in environmental outreach and tribal exchanges. And with that, I'll let Cynthia go ahead and start her webinar.
Hello. I was very happy that many of you logged on yesterday and already started to work on the maps. Now, I'll apologize up front about some of the information I put in the Fusion table because I was playing NSA and researching all of you yesterday and finding pictures. They're not ideal, but they give you some place to start. I always like to start with an example that's closer to home rather than just a generic example. Well, I've sent you a link to a website that I created. And this is a website that has all the information we'll be going through today. I'll put it in the chat box in case you don't have the email handy. And please feel free to log on to the website rather than watching the screen share if you want. That way you can get the live links and you can go to the various tools. A lot of the information I'll be talking about is there, so if we don't cover everything in as much detail as you want, there's a lot of supplemental information on the website. Well, after talking to several of you, I decided that there's two immediate needs, and there are two things that might be most use. So I'm going to share my screen now and start going through some of the information that I'd like to cover today. The two things that I thought most people would be interested in are how to make a map fast and how to make a map to give directions for one of your workshops or tours. Please don't worry about reading the text on this because you can go to the website to see the text. But I don't like to make PowerPoints. I'd rather give you all the information. So I went to a number of your websites and saw that you're already making a simple Google map. So this is an example right here of a Google map that is embedded in a website like many of you already have. What that looks like on the Google Map website where you would actually be building it is just a normal regular Google map. And that's great. Everyone's familiar with them. I find that everybody looks up a Google map for how to get to a restaurant or how to find their favorite theater or whatever. So the public is very familiar with a simple Google map, and that can be a very useful thing. But a number of people have asked how to build a slightly more elaborate Google map to embed into their websites. And the examples I was given were things like you're going to be doing a workshop where participants need to go to several sites. How can we give them directions to those sites? And how can we make a map that we can put in our own website that might only take 10 minutes? It's not going to take all day, and you're not going to need a webmaster to build. So this is an example that I built for one of the groups that I'm working with here in Kansas. And this is the KU campus. And as you can see, there are a number of different locations. These are basically places where the teachers are going to take their students